Well, good evening, lovely ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday evening here in the Netherlands, 7 p.m. It's time to get started, and there we are with some Ostriv again. And I checked, the 17th of January was the last time we played this, so it was high time we get back into this. Now I have to get my bearings a bit. I've loaded up the save a bit early, put it on pause so I could get my bearings for a bit, but I do still need some extra time for that, but it should be good. And if we take a look from above, look at the town that we've built along the river. I think this town kind of inspired me to get started on the historic, or somewhat historic town, where you build along the river and stuff. So yeah, it's still a nice town, and we still have plenty of stuff to do. We have only 500 people, only 950 coins, so I think lots and lots of stuff can be done. And as you can see on the minimap, plenty of room to get more stuff going. So let's see how well we can do. Yeah, we have good iron. We're fine. Oh, apparently some of it's not coming in, but that's okay. We're good, we're good. Let me just check the booze. Do we still have booze? We have a bit of meat. Do we still have Orilka and stuff? Just so that I can get some extra goods in. Might already be coming though, but no, I don't think so. Let's buy a bit of Horilka. And then I have time to check the chat. Hello, Firelion, Kevbot, Roadhog, Volodymyr. Nice to have you all here. How are you doing today? And of course also hello and a warm welcome to everybody that is just watching and not engaging in the chat. That's totally fine. Feel free to do what you enjoy and what pleases you and what gives you the most out of the stream. Everybody's welcome. How's everybody doing today? I had a good day. It's nice and sunny in the Netherlands. And good weather. And the next 2 days it'll even be 20 degrees. With lots of sun. So nothing to complain. Except of course probably if you're a farmer you might want some rain every now and then. But other than that I think all is fine. And yeah, it's been a nice week so far. We have a very interesting weekend coming on. I don't think I've told this before already, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting weekend. Let's talk about that soon. Hello, Promo D17. Nice to have you. How are you doing? Have a nice stream. Thank you. Hope you'll be a part of it. Right. One of the few things we need to do is generate some extra money. Now we can do that by making leather for shoes and then get a ton of shoes and sell those. As you can see, 12 out of 20, 10 out of 20, 10 out of 20, 17 out of 20. We still have a little bit to go before this gets completely filled up and we can really start to produce tons of shoes. Another way to do that money making is by selling salt. Now we do have a good amount of salt, but we might have to increase it at some point if we really want to sell big amounts. But for now it's okay. But of course, since this is the map where we don't have unlimited, or we don't have iron ore at all, we don't have unlimited stone and limestone, we'll have to import a lot of that stuff, and that is probably part issue at this point. See, there's no reachable stone deposits. There's apparently still some limestone that they can get, but that should be it. So yeah, it's a bit harder to make money on a map like this than when you have everything unlimited, like we have on map 3 in the unlimited stuff. Hello, Laura. Nice to have you. Good to see you. How are you today? Hope all is well in LA. Hey, Carlo Clone. Good to see you. How are you? How's everyone doing? I'm fine, thank you. Hope you're fine too. I haven't yet binged the series on this game, so I know nothing about it. You have no clue about this game? Wow. Well, if you're into city builders, then this is your go-to game. It is so nice. It is so good. It has a lot to it. And actually, I believe yesterday or the day before, a little update came out in anticipation of Alpha 6. We are still playing on Alpha 5, latest update, but Alpha 6 is on the horizon. We still don't know exactly when it will pop out, because it's getting bigger and bigger and increased in size all the time. But it should arrive soon. Could be in a few days, could be in 1 or 2 months, but it should be there soon. And in anticipation of that, we got a little update where now we have one for production and one tab for food production. So all the food production is in here. And all the normal production is now in here, making this less cluttered up, which I think is very nice. Also, I think the icons got a bit bigger, which is also a nice addition to what we had. So I like that. And there should be a little add-on to the trade system in case you can now get to the world map from here and send out messengers. That's one. But you can also set some trade limits. So we can now tell how much we want minimally in the town storage and how much we want to trade maximum per year. And there's a little help there if you want to really understand how that works. So the minimal town storage, if set, the resource will only be supplied to the export stock if the town storage is exceeding the specified amount. For example, if this is set to 5,000 and your town warehouses have 6,000 of the resource, only 1,000 will be supplied to the trade buildings. 5,000 will be kept for the town's usage, which is very handy. So if we tell the town to always keep 4,000 of salt, we make sure that we always have a supply of salt and that we can't trade it all away. So that's very nice. Those little add-ons can be very handy. And it goes with the stuff that you actually have put into your trader. So you don't have to worry about all the other products. Only stuff that you put into your trader, you can set those for you. So you don't have to worry about going through a very long list of resources. So this is actually done pretty smartly, I think. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Alpha 6, where hopefully some nice new buildings will get in, hopefully a few decorations and stuff. So yeah, it should be interesting. I love city builders, but I can get easily lost if there's too much management details to control. Well, actually, this game, for me, this game does not have too many management details going. So it's actually not that hard to understand the game, and it has a lot of fun. And as you can see, it's gridless, so if I want to place a house, I can build it anywhere as long as the terrain is good and it's not blocked by anything. There can be a few bumps in the terrain where you will get unflat terrain. So yes, see, this is uneven terrain, so in this little spot we can't build. But you can do so many cool things in this game. So I hope you'll enjoy this stream as a start, and that you, who knows, maybe get inspired to enjoy this game at some point too. Might be good not to start buying stuff now, because we probably can't afford it. And for those interested, as you hopefully know, I do have a few guides on my channel. I have the food guide, I have some general tips, but I also have a starter guide about how to get started. That's already pretty old, and I've already been promising a second part to that. After your first year of getting started, how to proceed, what's important, talking about clothing, transportation, and stuff like that. Well, I'm done with the next part, and it will air on Friday evening. I won't be streaming Friday evening, and also Wifey won't be streaming, so there won't be a stream. But to make up for that, there will be a little premiere with the second part of my beginner guide series, help you through the next couple of years after you have started your town. So hopefully that can be really helpful for people, and we hopefully can all enjoy that. At least that's the aim of it, so let's see if that works out. And if you're interested in the game, or you want to get into the game, that might be one to watch so that you can learn about the game. And of course, if you have questions, whether it's Laura or anybody else about the game, always feel free to ask me. I will try to answer those. Is the game free? I unfortunately can't buy games. I rely on free Steam or demos or Xbox Game Pass games since we pay for that. Ah, yes. Sorry, this is not a free game, I think. So that's not gonna happen. I've been thinking about doing a giveaway soon, or when we reach 5,000 subscribers. If we're ever going to reach that, who knows? But if we do. This is one of the games that really made my channel, so I was thinking about doing a little giveaway. So, who knows? You can always apply for that one, and maybe. Friday off. Let's hit it, terrasje. Yeah, you go sit outside in the sun with a big glass of beer, Roadhog. You do that. I kind of have an important meeting, so I have to go there and do some stuff, but you feel free to do that. Finally, the evening off on a Friday, huh? In this game, the only hardship is to build the first 9 houses in time. Yeah, I think so. Well, at least that's the hardest part. And it's relatively easy if you know what you do. But you can get lost in certain ways of the game. And by that, I mean you can get lost in building lots of houses and stuff and forget that you have to build an extra farm to get all the foods and stuff for all the new people. So there's more ways in which this game can go a little or horribly wrong. But it is so much fun and you have so much freedom in this game that I think you would love it, Laura. Especially if you're into city builders. So let's hope you're lucky one day and you can get the game. Hey, Gamer Mama, good to see you. How are you doing today? Oh, we don't have enough milk to start cheese production. That's unfortunate. Yeah, nothing to slaughter, nothing to slaughter. So let's just leave these for a bit. We should be good on the food. It should not be too much of an issue. We've started this little part of town, which is okay. And now we're building here. But I don't think we have enough to build all of these houses. How many? Where's the trader? Right here. We only have a limited amount of window glass, so that might be a problem. So how's Vladimir doing today? Hope you're all good. Hey, Gordon, good to see you. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Right, our tavern is running. We still have some booze, but not too much. So that could also be something that we get involved in soon. Which will be making sure that we get more booze. Yeah, we still have some booze left, so that's okay. Sheep hides. Yeah, this. So do we still have lime? Oh yeah, we have good lime, so no worries there. Potatoes. We do have potatoes, but we're also harvesting them already. That's probably why. Now, last time we were almost out of food, and we built the extra farm, so we can soon check if this is good enough. We can see that they can hire a lot of laborers, so that's the good news. We don't have to increase the population too much. They do hire the people to actually make sure that all the farms will be emptied out in time. That's the good news. I also think we only have 2 windmills at this point, so we might need an extra windmill to... Yeah, probably can't fit it in this area. No. Dad. Oh well, oh well. My typing is very off today. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. I like to wait until I get a better machine to play on, as my laptop doesn't run even simple games well or have much space free on it. Yeah, that's always a thing, of course. That's always a thing. Well, the good news on this map is we still have plenty of space. I mean, this is all open space we can build on, so that could be interesting. You can also see that we haven't played this for a while because we can have more people in here, and we can even get more logs out. It's not even set to the maximum amount of logs yet because, well, they do keep updating the game all the time. So these little things change over time, which is interesting. So, well, we have 3 of these foresters now doing a good job. I like that. I'm in the position, don't praise day till the night. Well, okay. Then, you do that. Yeah, we do have hay, but now these guys are walking through. I think we already built this even before the whole walking through here getting less input was a thing. That's probably how old this town is, so we might have to change that up at some point. Now, we also have hay barracks here, and people are still walking through it. So we might want to fence this off a little bit to make sure that they don't walk all over the hay wires all the time. One way to do that, go a bit like this, so that they can't just walk over them all the time. to do this. Let's just make sure they walk around it so we get the most out of these places. Oh, we need to go a little bit up here before we can do that. Now here we have an issue because we can't get through there. Oh, why didn't it work? Come on, get up there. Yes. Alright, here we go. And then we can probably leave an opening here too, so that they can get in. But now they won't be walking here anymore. This path will go away and we will get the full output here. Because you can see just this little bit of road made it from 400 down to 312. That's not good. So we do want the full amount. 20 out of the 20. That's the first one that's filled up. 14 and 12. Okay. Well, that's okay. Hey, Cooper. Good to see you. How is our resident Ostriv expert doing? Here comes another row house. Then we hopefully can build the orchards. Now we can hopefully build another row house to get some extra people in. Hey, Gordon. How are you doing today? Hope you're good. And if you have anything you would like to see in the game, let me know. I'll see if I can show it to you or make changes or whatever. So feel free to suggest anything. Now, apparently we can't build the house too close to the water. Can't build one here, though. And we can probably just go... change the gardens up a bit like this. Not built underwater. No, that's true. Not built underwater. Okay, Gordon. Good to hear that you're okay. Boy, there's a lot of uneven terrain here. And if we rotate the house, we can actually build here. Well, you know what? Let's just make a rotated house then. Why not? We can do that. This is what I find unrealistic in game. If you place a fence, they go around. In real life, they'll climb right through fencing just for spite. Well, I guess depends on the fence and how high it is and how much electricity you put on. But yeah, you're probably right. In real life, they'll probably get over it. Brothers are great, but I cannot go to a shop before tomorrow. So the mice are at the moment sitting under the fridge and crying. Ah, they don't have food anymore. Poor mice. How's my cemetery doing? Well, I think it's very small because I believe this is the only cemetery we have at the moment. And even though there's still a few open spaces, it's very small. Now we do have 519 people. Our town is 12 years old and we have only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deaths to mourn. So yeah, this is the whole cemetery actually. Although I don't think this is the actual place for the real cemetery. I think we need a new place at some point to place a nice cemetery. You know, maybe that's something that we can start working on soon. But the question is, of course, where? The poor guests. Weren't your guests from far away arriving soon, Cooper? Oh, we can do the graveyard on this side of the river. Maybe. Alright, let's select apple trees. We only want dried fruit. And we want some ladies in here to start planting so that gets done. Ooh, look at this. Lots of dried fruit. But I want more ladies in all of these. Because they need to keep working on the dried fruits. And we need to pick up all the dried fruits and get them out. To make sure that all those apples are turned into dried fruits. I think not all transportation is going as quickly as possible. 1500. Let's make this 2500. And now we can quickly go through all the granaries that we have. That's when I like this button a lot. Let's up all these numbers to 2,500. And yep, this one too. Oh, we already have quite a few granaries going. It's actually a lot. Alright, there we are. Dried fish is at the max. Dried fish is not at the max. Okay, so we can still go around with more dried fish. Hey, Ara! Good to see you. How are you doing today? What are we selling here? Dried fish? Yes. Do we have dried fish here? Yeah, a little. I think because of the farming, we have not a lot of space for new people in town. Alright, this house is done. We can see that all the space is taken care of. Now, I wonder if we have all of this to build the next house. Stone, stone, stone. See, we don't have stone anymore. So I think that's a problem. Here you have the messenger from Erefa. We can at least sell some salt, make a bit of money. But as we can see, we're slowly running out of money, actually. That usually doesn't happen to my towns. Oh no, what's happening? Need to sell more stuff. If I go to Dakachi and use 80 to get there, we won't make as much money on the charcoal that we can sell there. So that's not a nice one. Let's set this one up for regular deliveries too, so that they can do some regular deliveries. That might be a cool one. She's for the moment not so far away. She kind of have escaped to Norway. Okay, wow. But she will probably be here mid-April, maybe in end April. But from Ukraine ash to the Norway fire, so she needs to be saved. Well, hope she gets to you soon. You're all doing it wrong. Yes, I know, Cirrus, I know. Can you show me how to do it then? I mean, I could use your wisdom. Alright, everything's brought in. Do we have an oil workshop to turn that into oil? That would be interesting. No. Alright, let's get an oil workshop so we can put all the seeds and stuff to good use. Where to put it? So, this is the industry area. And not put the oiler up here. There we go. I think I'm going to move these row houses over because they're just very slow and I don't even know if we can build them. As far as I can tell, we don't even have the stone for this one. So why bother with it? I can't even buy stone because we don't have the money for it. So yeah, let's move that one over too. But then we also don't have stone for the wells, so we are in a bit of trouble. Oh, wow. Well, just tell me how to do it, Cirrus, and I can do it. Alright, while we do that and wait for some buildings to be ready, we could just go here. Oh, let me first check these. Are these working? Yeah, alright, we get some new leather in soon. This one is not working, but that's not supposed to be working, so that's good. This is ready with the apples. That'll take 2 years, so they can go out. Here we're making the lime. Very nice, very nice. We just need a few more hides and we're good. And we're completely filled up on lime. That's the good news. It's so fun to do it wrong. Ah, true. I'll be lurking in 30 minutes. I have an appointment with Jeopardy. Ooh, wow. What's that? Let's start by making a brick arch, I think. So basically what I want to try and do is build a little graveyard here, but people should also be able to go all around. So, that does take the speed out of the game, puts the alarm clock for end of stream. Why does that take these? I don't get it. Does map 7 have all the resources? No. If we load up a new game, we're not going to do that. But you can see right here. Map 3 has everything unlimited. That's the only map that has everything unlimited. On map 7, we have limited limestone and limited stone. So we're out of both already almost. So yeah, we have to be a bit scarce with that. Should be okay. But yeah, it can be tough. All right, we can make some fencing here. Right, let's make it 6 long, and then as soon as it jumps to 7, we'll go back. So this is one end, yes. And then we'll do another end right here. 4, 5, 6. Let's go to the max, and then go back, yes. 6. Well, you know, it's not completely straight, but why make it straight if we can also not make it straight? And then this is the start of the graveyard, and this should probably be the graveyard area for a while, so we'll see. Can you recover resources from raising buildings, like in Settlers? What do you mean recover resources from raising buildings? You mean if I destroy a building, do I get resources back? Yes. I cannot get resources out of the ground if they are not in there. So the salt works, for instance, is actually getting salt out of the ground. It's unlimited, and we can make sure that we can get it out of the ground. If we have deposits still of stone or limestone, I'm checking now, but I don't think we have them anymore. They can be, for instance, along the river. Then you can mine those until they are depleted, and they all have a limit. So stones usually have a limited amount of stuff put on. There is a map where you have everything unlimited, and so you won't run out of anything. And then you can do that, yes. But right now, because we are already out of stone, if I click the stone dude, you can see no reachable stone deposits. So there's no way you can get stone anymore, and we will not be getting stone anymore. See, they're all not doing anything, so we can basically take these guys out now. Then there's no other way to get those resources than to buy it. On map 3, which is my historic town where we play, there you can actually build an iron mine and then mine iron indefinitely because it's an unlimited source. But yeah, in here we don't have that, so we have to import quite a few things. How are my fisheries doing? Why is there only one guy working here? What's that? Why is that? November is still a good month, and even in the winter I want 2 in there to maintain all the batches. If you don't maintain a batch of fish, dried fish, it will spoil in the end. So actually what we need is 3 guys even in the winter, so that they can make fishing nets that we need from the threads, and also get the dried fish going. And this brings me to this. Are we making threads? Yes, okay, that's good. I want more threads though, so let's put a few ladies in here so that we get even more threads. Not enough textiles or threads. Okay, well, that's okay. Just need the extra threads. Oh, you're going to do English for beginners, Ara. Very cool, very cool. I bet you'll ace it. And if you need some help, there's probably plenty of people out here that are willing to help you out. So, not that my English is very good, so you probably shouldn't ask me, but I bet there's a lot of people that can help you out and want to help you out, so that's cool. Alright, we do have eggs and chicken meat. Are we doing it? Are we selling it somewhere or not? That's one of the questions I have right now. Cheese, garlic, onions, alright, eggs. Let's just put in the eggs, chicken meat, there we go. Messenger from Penny-Yatine, which is nice, but I don't have anything to do in Penny-Yatine except maybe sell some apples. That might actually be a good one because we should have some spare apples, I think. Do we? Do we? Luckily we have good resource layovers, so we can see. Yeah, we have 4,000 apples stored. We have quite a bit spent usually. Nothing perished so far, so that's the good news. But yeah, we can sell 1,000 apples and make sure that we make a little bit of money. Although I don't think we make that much money with 1,000 apples, only 80. But hey, money is money. Oh, we knew that already. I was just checking what you were doing it right. Yeah, of course, Cyrus. Of course, I totally get it. Klopt helemaal. Wij kunnen je wel helpen, Ada. Dat zullen we ook wel doen. Geen probleem. Oil workshop ready. Ooh, that's nice. But now we're back to the row houses and we can't build those. We also can't build the well, so that's a problem because we still don't have stones, I think. Yes. We need stones for this? No, so we should have all of that. And I should probably get started. That's all good. Should probably now get started on extra housing again. So that we can keep growing. Make some more money. Here we have the town hall. Here we have the orchard, which we can continue in this area. So I think we can just build a new part of town right here. With some nice houses. And since we should have plenty of food, that should not be an issue. Let's leave this open. So we leave the space around the town center a bit open. I think that's nice. We can just build a block of 3 houses here. Or we do it this way. We build a nice block of 9 houses. Now you see, now we get a big building, and normally we get a smaller one. We can also get a smaller one that will actually fit in this block. So yeah, this one fits. So there we go. Now let's turn this into a street by building a row of houses here too. We actually kind of naturally generate a street here, and then we rotate them around and do the same on the other side. That way we can increase our population quite a bit, get workers on this side of the town. We can also build some extra industries here soon. Now let me move all of this over because we don't have the resources for it. Now this is one of the areas in the game where you at some point can mess up a bit. We've now built a lot of houses. If we don't provide them with wells, for instance, they will all have a problem because then we don't have enough drinking water in town anymore. So you have to make sure that you provide these things to each new part of town that you build. Same as food. Now luckily the food is not too far for these guys, so they can still get food all the way up here, so that's relatively close. But if you don't build a granary at some point, you might run into issues, so it can be very good to make sure you get all the stuff in there that you need. Alright, we have 1,000 apples here. Even over 1,000. So let's make this a express delivery onto the trading dock. There it goes. And now we should get 1,000 apples in there. We can even put this number up to 2,000 if we want to. That's fine. And then hopefully they will bring those resources there quickly. And then we can sell those apples. Oh, they're building the gate here. It's such a nice looking gate, this brick gate. Look at the building steps. Je kan het, Ada, ook al ben je 64. English is so easy. No conjugation, no cases, no affixal word building. You got an A on your diploma? Wow, Gamer Mama. Very good. But I guess it also kind of depends on like, was that 5 years ago or was that 35 years ago? Because then, you know, some knowledge might be pushed away a bit. And if it's 5 years ago, the knowledge is probably a little bit fresher. So, of course, not going to ask a lady for their age. So that's not what I'm implying. But it does make a difference. Yeah, I think in chat here you'll get enough chances to practice and to see what happens and stuff. So yeah, you can try a lot here. Alright, let's see. This is filled up with soul or no lime. This is filled up with salt, so that's good. 37 years ago. Yeah, well then I guess not all knowledge is as sharp as it was when you aced it, so brick arch is ready. So yeah, the first part of the new graveyard is now ready. So let's continue work on it. Now, one of the things I would love in this game is if you can turn on a degree keeper like you have in City Skylines 2. So that I can make perfect angles, because I can see like it's now 90 degrees, now it's 75 degrees, stuff like that. I would so much love that. That you can actually see if you make straight angles or not. I don't know if that's even possible and how that will work, but it's just something that I dream about in this game, so that you can at least have a feature to make straight lines and stuff. Alright, there we go. Now let's start decorating this up. One of the trees I use a lot is the birch tree, so for this time, let's start out here. We're gonna go with the tree. Why not? Just because we can. Right, there we go. Trees. Now I want to put in some bushes in between. Not too many, but a few. There we are. Oh, they're actually coming in straight to plant those. That's good. I think I want to continue the pine trees, though, along the sides. We'll do one at every other hole. Okay, let's start. Let's add a few bushes to this too, so that we get this pushed off. Whatever you call that, I don't know. I mean, it's not just nice to look at the wall all the time, so... Logan needs to go out. You enjoy walking the dog, Gamer Mama. We'll see you soon. Very much appreciate everybody being here, spending your time here with me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, of course. And I'll see if I can answer them. Now, we have made a start here with the cemetery, but I'm not done yet, because I want to use this little different fence to actually fence it off slightly more, so that we can take a look on how it will look if you actually generate entrances into the graveyard area like this. So this should now be the entrance to one of the graveyard areas. And then in here we can place hopefully some graves. Now I think I want to try put in 3 trees here too. Yes, we can do that. Great. Perfect. And now we can start to put in a few graves. You know, I always place them manually. I don't do the quick build stuff. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we fit in 5? Okay, and then we do 1, 2. We leave this one open, and then we do another 1, 2. So now they get in, they can walk in here, and they can visit their loved ones. I can't place bushes there, unfortunately, anymore. That's okay. We have a new section into the graveyard. And this also shows you what's possible in this game if you are trying to get a little bit creative. You can make these amazing places. It is so much fun, this game. You have so much freedom, so much things to do, so many things to do, I should say, which is really cool. And I think with every update, more and more new stuff becomes available, so that's so nice. We did make quite a long building queue, though, and we have to make sure that we get the water in time. So let's move those up a bit so that those get built quickly. We can see the first 2 houses are already up here. And now we need a functional tavern. So apparently we are out of booze, and our tavern is not working. Oh, we still have a lot of Haruka. How can that be? Well, the tavern is not that wealthy. That might be part of the problem. Lower the tax on that a bit. And let's see. Messenger from Merefa. That's not really the place I wanted to come in. Because that's not the place where we can make too much money from. But hey, I'll take it. Do we need to buy some warm clothing? Yes. Let's buy 250 warm clothing. That's exactly half of what we're earning now. And I am going to send a messenger to Dakachi because I want to start selling a ton of charcoal. So let's do that so we can eventually make some more money and get the demand up. It's a shame there's no Aspen in game, so you can't ward off Upers and Verdalux. I don't know what Upers and Verdalux are, but I guess. I would like a bunch more decorations, like different trees, extra bushes, more options for like little playground stuff for the kids and such. But yeah, it's not my game, so I'm just happy with everything that we get. I think it would be nice. We have plenty of building materials and stuff. It's said we're out of nails. Yeah, we only have 14 nails at this point. This is running at full speed, though. We still have plenty of iron. Put a market stand close to the tavern and sell the alcohol. I believe see, I'm already selling meat here, but we ran out. That's probably the thing. I thought I already had that, and I do. So let's start selling some Horilka here. Good idea, Cooper. Thanks. There we go. As long as they can buy it in the tavern, it's also good. But if you have the tavern up and there's another place where they can buy it, that will be helpful. So yeah, let's do that. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated. Yeah, this is all good. Let's keep a worker in there, though. Might even be booze still in here. No, okay. These are all busy. That's great news. That means that all the carts are being used for good reason. And we might be making oil now. Yeah, we have some hemp oil. Unfortunately, we have no way to sell hemp oil to other towns yet because it's not in there. But could well be that at some point we will get options to do that. We should be able to sell some sunflower oil, though. If we can make that, that would be nice. But I don't think that's in the game yet. That's in. We don't grow sunflowers yet. That's what I mean to say. And we should probably find a place to sell the hemp oil as well. Or we can do that here. Hemp oil. There it is. Let's sell some hemp oil. That'll be good. Alright, we have a functional tavern again. We have 4 houses available. So all these houses are still empty. Oh, one is occupied, but all the others are empty. So that should boost some people to come into my town. That will be helpful. Let's hope our messengers... Yeah, messengers almost at that Kachi. Let's see what we can sell there. Come on, Mr. Messenger. 3, 2, 1. Da-da-da-da. Almost. Yes, there he is. Ooh, let's sell some charcoal. Make 500 money. Let's sell some shoes. Make another 160. Let's sell some clothes. Make another 62. Well, that's nice. That's nice. And see, we can sell sunflower oil here if we get it. So, nothing too bad. This is actually good news. That will make us a bit of money. That we can eventually buy some goods as well. Now, this is 19 out of the 20. So, apparently, they slaughtered some animals. This is almost ready to have a bull slaughtered. This is not also almost ready to have a bull slaughtered. And this one too. So we're going to get some extra leather in soon. Upir and Furdalaka are vampires of East Slavic mythology. Upir only drinks blood. Furdalaka also gnaws on corpses. Wow. Well, I'm kind of happy we don't have myths like that in here in the Netherlands, because I do appreciate my good night's sleep, and my parents would have taught me any of that, I would never have slept again. So, nice, but interesting. Interesting. Right, another new family settling in town. Mom, dad, and 3 kids. That's nice. That's nice. That'll be a good family. These are a married couple. Also very good. Alright, our lime is completely filled up. That's fine. Could even sell some lime, but I'm going to save it. We have a forestry that's completely filled up. I don't really care. Let's have it filled up. Right, we have dried fruit space. We have buckwheat, potato. We don't have that high amounts. Let me check the resources now. If we go to buckwheat, we can see how much we actually produced last year. We produced over 10,000, almost 11,000. And we have sold 7,000. So we are storing buckwheat. And we are producing over 3,000 more than we need. So that's the good news. Then if we go to apples, we produced 10,000. And we've spent 8,000. So we should have quite a few dried fruits. And we do. We have 5,000 in store. We produced 1,350 though. That's not a lot, but that's this year. And if we take last year, we've produced 8,000, but we've also sold 7,000. So we do need all the dried fruit that we have. Fish. Wow. Oh, that's firewood. I was already thinking, how can we have so much fish? But that's not the case. Dried fish, though. We have produced 8,000, sold 7,000. So, it's all just on par. It's not too much left over. Hemp. We produced 8,000 and we spent 7,400. So yeah, just 1,000 overproduction. We can see the amount stored is still lowering a bit, so not that bad. Potatoes. We have stored 10,000, we've produced 11,000, and we have sold almost 8,000. So we have also overproduction of potatoes. So we could, in this case, set up some potatoes to be sold and some buckwheat to be sold. Just for the little bits of extra money that will give us. And I think that might actually not be a bad idea to accumulate some more money. Because we will need to buy more stone. We will need to buy more booze for a while until we can get the beer going. And I guess that could also be one of the next things that we go for. Beer production. And I bet Roadhog would like it if we do that. But it will also be good for the town because it will save us a lot of money. If we don't have to buy booze anymore, we can just make our own. Now, one of the cool things about this game, as you see here, you can place a standard building, but you can also change the size of buildings to a limit, of course. It's not unlimited, but I think it's a very cool feature. So this is the longest I can go like that. This is the longest I can go up. So yeah, this should be about it. That's it. And here we go. We have an extra orchard in the planning. Let's hope they can build that soon. Another messenger comes in from Balaklia. Let's sell some extra clothing. Let's sell the 1,000 potatoes that I just put in. That's another 80 coins. That's good news. Let's buy these stones then, so we have enough stones. And I think we should also buy a few nails just to be good. I don't want to start importing or start to get an extra smithy at the moment. In Swedish mythology, we have house gnome that will help you, but do not dare treat your animals bad. The house gnome will bring hell over you and your family. Wow, that's actually a good myth, because then you can teach your kids why it's important to look after their pets. And if they don't do it, you can scare them and they will still do it then. Ah, that's good, that's good. Welcome back, Gamer Mom. I hope you had a nice little walk with the dog. Always nice, I think. Tomorrow, the dog that we take care of comes in again all day, which is a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. And again, for those that don't know yet, Friday I won't be here for the stream. I was hoping Wifey would do a stream, but that's not possible at this point, so she won't do a stream too. So there will be no stream at all. But to make up for that, I have finished the second part of my Ostriv Beginner's Guide, and that will be premiering on this Friday, so you can all get to watch that, hopefully enjoy it, and who knows, maybe it can help somebody out a bit. That's at least the point of those little guides, so hope you all enjoy. Then, of course, on Sunday I will be here for another hopefully amazing Sapiens multiplayer stream. Hopefully that will be a lot of fun again, but I bet it will be, because it's such an amazing group of people that wants to play the game with me. And I'm so happy that we can do that. I'm really hoping we can do that for a very, very long time. Alright, we still have a few apples here, not too many, and these will actually spoil if we don't get new ones. And all the dried fruits are also taken care of. So these extra orchards will come in handy at some point. In Swedish, the name is Hustomte. If I translate that, it should be House Santa, but gnome is the right name in English, and they are very small, and you never see them, just notice the food they eat. Ah, wow. Not really, the females are in heat, and mine is a male. Ah, okay. Is he still really a male, or did the vet take care of that? Is het mogelijk om met Ostriv er naartoe te werken dat je op termijn volledig onafhankelijk kunt functioneren zonder import van andere steden? Vraagt Ara. Ara asks, is it possible in Ostriv to work towards being fully independent of trading from other towns? I'm going to answer that in Dutch first, and then I will translate it into English. Dat ligt aan de map, Ara. Op deze map kan dat niet, want we kunnen niet zelf ijzer produceren. En dat hebben we nodig voor alle spijkers en dat soort dingen. En we kunnen maar heel beperkt steen en limesteen, kalksteen maken. Dus in dit geval kan het niet. We kunnen het wel minimaliseren, dat je echt maar een paar producten hoeft te kopen. Maar dat is het. Op kaart 3 heb je alles onuitputtelijk. Dus dan heb je onuitputtelijk ijzer, onuitputtelijk kalksteen, onuitputtelijke steen. Dan kan het wel. Dan kun je uiteindelijk alles zelf maken. En alles zelf regelen, waardoor je dus niet meer hoeft te handelen met de buitenwereld. Dat kan wel. Maar op deze kaart kan het dus niet. So, to answer Anna's question, if you can be fully independent or not, it depends on the map. On map 3, you can be fully independent because you have all the resources there unlimited that you might want to buy. So on that map, it is possible to work towards it. On all the other maps, you usually have to either import iron or some limestone or some stones for your buildings and stuff. But for most other projects, you should be able to be fully independent because simply once you have cows and a bull, you can start to reproduce, and in the end, you should never run out. So, yeah, you can do that without trading then. But yeah, it's gonna take an effort, and you have to be really dedicated to work towards it. But it is fully possible. Absolutely. But only on map 3 for now. A new family is settling in town. Oh, it's still a real mill. Yeah, that can be tough. That can be tough. But I bet your dog is probably well trained and listens to you very good, so should not be too hard in, I think, but I don't know. I mean, men and their hormones. Do you need to transfer him in one shoe when you move into a new dwelling also? Oh, you mean if you... There's a myth that if you move into a new house, you have to move the gnome in worn shoes to take him along and keep him happy? Yeah, blame the men again. I knew that will get Roadhog into the commenting and starting to shout. So yeah, that worked. Good. Oh, good to know you're still there. Oh, we can also sell some potatoes to this place. But yeah, let's keep it for now. He is trained, but the hormones take over now. He's just 2.5 years old. Ah, yeah. Yeah, especially when they're really young, because he's basically a puber now. So yeah, that can be really hard, even if he's well trained. Alright, this looks good. We even have spare fishing nets. We have a lot of dried fish in here, though. And do we have enough storage space everywhere to store all of that? We're not even storing it in there. We need 1,000 in here then. Yeah, there's dried fish room in here. Let's get some more in there. Let's do the same here. I do see that some extra hands would come in handy in the town, though, to make sure that we have some extra transportation going. Alright, let's sell some dried fish here. I also want to selling some extra dried fruit here and maybe some cheese. Don't know if we have enough to supply this one too, but at least we have some more variety here. I think that will be good. In November, I'll take him to the vet and then snip, snip. And then he'll be talking with a higher pitch. No, house gnome never follow you. They are always stationed in one house. They never move. But different house can have gnome in different mod. Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm trained for almost 60 years and I still run after the ladies too. Ah, Rodog's such a ladies' man. Well, we have 2 full chicken coos. So now it's pretty easy to just get 2 extra. Start filling those up too and get some extra chicken meat and stuff going. Question is, do we have enough food for this one? Buckwheat and hemp seeds. Well, we have both of those. Might be good then to stop making hemp oil and just make the other oils. Linseed and sunflower. That might need us to build a farm with some sunflowers on it, but we can do that later on. And we might get enough hemp seeds, but I have to check that. I really love this screen because you can get so much information out of this. We produced 800 and we spent 900, so yeah, let's keep the seeds for the chickens now. That's probably better. They'll save us buckwheat, so that could be good. Poor bugger mama. Lol, snip, snip, cry, cry. Oh, wow. Hey, Amanda Amazing. Nice to have you here. How are you doing today? I already saw you in Jessica's stream, of course, but hope you're good. Let's see. Oh, they're building this orchard now. That's good news. That means extra fruit in a few years. That would be fun. This one is completely filled up, but it's kind of in the way now if we want to build an extra orchard here. So we might just build a new one and get it moving. So let's build another one all the way up here. Move it up a bit in the queue. And then we'll move this one and build an extra orchard here. And then we see... Hey, Steel Navarre, nice to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're good. No, but he gets very aggressive to other dogs and people now, so he will get chemical castration very soon. Ah, yeah. Well, especially if it's in the benefit of the actual dog itself, then I think it's always a good thing to do that. I mean, hormones can be pretty strong, and if the dog basically has some problems with that, then yeah, make sure you take care of that. Doing great. That's good to hear, Steel. That's good to hear. Hope you had a lot of fun with Jessica playing Medieval Dynasty. I was fast asleep, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have watched it. I hope to find some time the next days to watch it. Later, of course, because it's already passed. So who else in chat is looking for the looking forward to the Alpha 6 drop for this game? I am very much looking forward to it. What kind of new buildings do you expect in it? I really hope for a bakery, but that's what we all hope for all the time. Let's see. We only want to hire ladies in here, and they can do the Apple stuff. There we go. It was too much fun. It was so much fun. Oh, yeah. I heard that, but I still have to watch it. I will, though. There's a lot of talk about Medieval Dynasty games at the moment. We also talked about it during the last Sapiens stream, that a lot of people are actually interested in it, so it'll be very much fun. Ik ga daar in 3 uur het interview met Stef Bos bekijken. Leuk, aardig. Geniet ervan. Fijne avond nog en we zien je volgende keer weer. Bedankt dat je er was en succes met je Engelse cursus. Ara's going away. He's going to watch an interview with Stef Bos, a Dutch singer-songwriter. Hope he has a lot of fun with that, and we'll see you soon again. Why not remove the whole chicken coop on all the ladies? Remove the whole chicken coop? Why remove the chicken coop? Need them. Alright, they're planting the trees. For those that don't know, if you plant these trees, it will take at least 2 years before they will start to bear any fruits. And during those 2 years, you don't need workers in this building. That is why in this building, I don't have any workers anymore. The plants or the trees are not even a year old yet, so they won't bear any fruits. In this one, the trees are already 6 years old. So next year, we will reach the maximum yield. And from then on, we will get the maximum yield, which varies a little bit, or we should get the maximum yield. And then you need a few ladies during these seasons where they have to turn the apples into dried fruits. And of course, as soon as the harvest starts, we need to harvest them all. So then we have to get a lot of ladies in. Luckily, it appears that we are okay with the people now. I saw the stream from yesterday with Jessica and RDJ of Medieval Dynasty. Ah, nice. Love the song. Oh, I don't know. I still have to rewatch it. I heard so much talk about it. Crazy Chewy also told that it was an amazing stream and so much fun. So yeah, really have to watch it now, but also have to find the time for it. That will be another part of the street. There we go. Every day I say, Bob, you've got to stop drinking so much. I'm so glad my name is Cooper. Oh, Cooper. Really great. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. It's, I think maybe after Sapiens, when we're either done with it or the game can't support all of us having big tribes anymore, then we might just jump to Medieval Dynasty and get a few people on that also want to play that game. I think that can be a lot of fun and chaos too. But we'll have to see. It's kind of... what I like so much about Sapiens is that we can play with like 10 players at the same time. And Medieval Dynasty, of course, is only 4, which is still a good amount. But I would like to have 8 or something, so that you can have fun with more people. Right, let's get all these people out. Let's tell them to empty this, really make empty. And then get all the guys in here. Because then we can get rid of this one. And we can destroy it and build an extra orc chart here. This one is completely done now, so we can get all these ladies out. They can do something else. Oh, don't worry about stuff like that, Steel. Streaming with Jessica and RTJ is great. They're both super nice and relaxed people, so don't worry about that. And it's always fun. I guess in things like this, it's just about the fun and the participating together and doing stuff together, and not about whether things are efficient or distracting and stuff. That's all part of the fun, I think. I think I'm actually going to destroy the logs because we don't need them. That's going to save us a lot of time, because removing all of those will take a very long time. Another house is done. We have 3 houses available. All the needs are apparently satisfied. We can get new people. Just a matter of getting them in. Fear is our enemy, so we are destroying it with abandon to our health without mercy. Wow. We have some room here. Road Dog, what do you say? Should we start some beer production or not? I was an RTJ set for the Medieval Dynasty stream. Steel Navarre. I know a little bit about the game. If you have questions, though, only played single player. Well, even just single player, you can really get to understand the game, and multiplayer is just multiple people running around doing that, so. And it's also always so nice to see that people are always so willing to help out and share knowledge and stuff. That's amazing. I believe we even have a Medieval Dynasty page in the Discord, don't we? Maybe I removed it a while ago because we weren't really playing it. If we do, feel free to talk about the game, of course, in there. So yeah, we have a Medieval Dynasty game. So if you have questions or whatever, just go there, ask all your questions and stuff, and share knowledge. That's completely fine. Should be good, actually. We can all learn from it. And I really want to get going with a Medieval Dynasty game at some point. Alright, new family settling in town. 2 parents and their kid. Very nice. Only 1 house available, which is that house, so that's good. We can check the water needs. Yeah, this one is completely filled up. This one, not completely, but it's filling. This one is also completely filled up. So we have plenty of water. That's good. Then I'm a freaking war hero. Roadhog says, beer, 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 beer. Well, let's go with some beer production. First step, the hop yard. We need to get some hops going. Now we need some people present as well to work on the hop yard. But right here might not be the best spot because there's a lot of trees. We can only place 1 field. Out here is nice, but it's far away from all the workers. which is not too smart. However, I'm still going to try to place it right here. And hope that we can find the workers for it. Right, let's make it as big as possible so we get as much hop out of it as possible. Right, there we go. This at least is one hop yard. There we go. And then we'll do another one next to it. We can always build a few houses here too, to make sure that we get the amount of people in here that we want. Let's make this one as big as possible too. It's always a good thing. Bigger is not always better, but in this case it is. 2 hop yards. That should provide us with enough hops for a while. Probably build a warehouse here to store all the hops. And we should probably get going with these pretty quickly. And now that I see it, we did buy some stones, so we might be able to finish one row house and those wells, which will be very handy. So, hopefully. Vitamin B builds muscle. Beer contains a lot of vitamin B, so beer's very healthy. Yeah. Just because something has something of value in it doesn't not make it completely healthy, I believe. But, you know, we can all have our own dreams and beliefs. Place is occupied. Yeah, we have to tear this down first. Let's see. For fruit trees to bear fruit on the 2nd year, they need to be 2 years old in time to blossom. Yeah, basically in January already. Because I've been having that issue where they would come of age in April, 2 years, and then they still would not bear fruit that year. So they have to be really early. I believe before March, so before the end of winter. If that's not the case, then you will not get any fruits. So if they get turned 2 in April or May or whatever, they will not bear any fruits. So it's tricky, but it's fine. We already get the dried fruit, so it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Hey, Doug, good to see you. How are you doing today? Ah, your lady's good too. That's very nice. Another house. All right, 2 houses, and this little area is ready. Haven't been really focused on decorations, but we can do that soon. I was trying to join Discord channel using the link in your description, but it says the invite has expired. Ah, okay, okay. That's sorry to hear that. Should be able to fix that pretty soon. But for now, the easiest way to fix that is probably by doing this. There we go. And then I do this. Oh. I open the Discord. I copy the key, but then it says the wrong stuff. Invite people. It says hidden, use the copy button. So I use the copy button. And then when I paste it, it just pastes that text, which is weird because that should not happen. See? So there's something on the Discord. It has been updated today. And now apparently it doesn't work. Oh, that's interesting. How did that happen? They must have done something wrong again. Alright, I have to take a look into this after the stream, I think, because if I want to get the invite button, it says it's not possible, and it doesn't work. So there's a problem on the create an invite link. Does it work this way then? No. Should also never end, by the way, but that's weird. Yeah, there's an issue going on with the Discord, so I'll check that after the stream. If you are on Jessica's Discord, I can send you an invite probably from there at some point. I believe you are. Yes, you are. Alright. You should have a direct invite from the... via the... DMs. Ah, it says you just showed up. So you're in now. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Alright, that's fixed now then. Let's focus on the game. We've built a few houses. We are now going to get started on the hop yards for our first part of the beer production. Now we need hops, but that's not all. We're also going to need some barley. Oh, great, great, great. Thanks, Kevbot. Look at my helpful mods. They're so amazing. Jumping straight into this. Thank you, Cooper and Kevbot. You're both amazing. That's very nice. Yeah, I don't know. It's I'll just after this stream we'll reset my computer, see what happens, if I can then get a new good invite link, because I wasn't able to do that, and then we'll see. Just happy you're in. Oh, the hop yard goes pretty fast too. So Cooper, how big is your town at the moment, and how far along are you to making 1 million in gold coins? Alright, first hop yard is ready. I don't think we have anything to do here anymore. Planting season is March through May, so right now they can't do any planting at this point, so there's no use for putting people in here. And then it takes 4 months after the planting before they can harvest it, so we can leave these empty for now. Spare the men and women power, and we'll put them in later. Right, let's make sure that they destroy this now. How are we doing with people? Ooh, wow. Looks like we have a lot of ladies available at some point. Over 30, it says. Wow. But yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Of course, everybody's welcome to join our lovely little Discord. And you're free to fill out your contributions in there. It's so nice. And I just have to say a big thanks to everybody that is a part of the whole community, either on YouTube and on the Discord. There's so many lovely, sweet, amazing people on there. So thanks a lot. Let's see, July. Alright, we've grown almost 100 people. That's probably why we do have plenty of laborers available now. That could help out in my granaries, because I would like a few extra ladies in all the granaries, so that they can do some more manual labor. And for some, like with this one, there's no dried fruits in it. Do we still have dried fruits? We have 3,000. Ah. We're still using up most of the dried fruits. That's why we're not really spreading it around town. We only have 3,000 buckwheat left. And 4,000 potatoes. So it's interesting. We do use a ton of food. So we have to make sure that we can keep the numbers good. Of course, with all the growth, we also need a lot more people. The big town, 2.2k, is around 75 years to go to 200 years, and I'm at 600k. Wow, I believe so. I will blow over 1 million. The town is 200. Yeah, I think so. Especially since if you keep developing the town and focusing on export products, you can probably get a lot more going. Nice, well done, Cooper. And of course, from this place, many congratulations to Trouble and Body Shot for their anniversary tomorrow. If I read it correctly on the Discord. Many congratulations. That is so nice. Hope you have a lovely day. And I believe in 2 days, when I would normally stream, but now I won't, we have a little birthday to celebrate. Let me quickly check that. Yes, the 4th of April, 2 nights from now. It is Late Back Gaming's birthday, so many congratulations from this place. Normally I would do a stream and we would celebrate with a nice little clip, but right now, of course, that is not possible. Because I didn't make it and I just realized I won't stream in 2 days. So maybe we can make it up to you on Sunday, because then you are there anyways. But congratulations already from this side. Happy anniversary to my 2 favorite Kiwis. Well, I believe one's actually an Australian living in Kiwi land, but we're not going to debate that. But yeah, many congratulations. Hope many more years will follow. Let's see. Do we have more? Ooh, we can slaughter a few more animals, actually. That's good news. That means extra leather for extra shoes. Well, ladies, if that doesn't make you happy, I don't know what will. Extra shoes. Or am I not allowed to make such jokes anymore in these days? Yeah, we now have this place, but we're not having any of the stuff anymore, so let's get these guys out. I think we do need to set up a farm for barley. And along with that, we could probably do some sunflowers as well. Although we do not really have... Oh, maybe we have some space here for a farm. Yeah, I think so. Or this is just a small farm. With only 7 fields and 1 we're not really using. Oh, field 7 is the small field. Well, we can start there with some sunflowers and then a fallow field. Let's just start. Patmos cancelled. Yeah, for making a joke about ladies in shoes. Well, that would be funny if I would get cancelled for that. Wow, yeah, that's a real possibility. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's add a few serious fields. Not do it there, though. Farms here, we have these. You were accused for being too nice. No, true, true. True. Well, maybe I should change my image now then and try to be very rude so that I appeal to another public. I don't know. I don't know. Wow, this is going to mean a lot of trees that need to be removed. So yeah, that's not going to work out. I think we're just going to build another farm out here. Might just plant some fields first, though. Let's do that. So, can I make the maximum field size? I think if we start from right here, we can actually do something that I have in mind. Yes, there we go. Let's rotate so that I can give you a free course. I bet you can. I don't know if that's what I need, but yeah, you can. Alright, let's do 2 sales of that. That's good. Do we need new iron? Almost, so let's buy some. I'm making a bit of money anyways. Let's keep trying to build a field across from this, like this. Yes, that works. Alright, so now we can make a ton of fields here. And we can set up the barley and the sunflowers that we need. So there we go. Alright, they will build the farm now. Should probably do that during the winter so that we can get started soon. Alright, let's see. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. How are you doing today? By the way, I do see the white circle of death circling every now and then on my stream end. I hope you all don't get that. That is just my computer doing that, but I checked my internet connection. That's stable, so I don't know why it does that, but I hope all runs smoothly. We like the unrude Patmos. Oh, okay, I'll stay unrude then. Very nice. Place is occupied. By what? Oh, now we can do place is occupied. What's in the way? Oh, there's a tree in the way. Ah, that's it. They're already chopping that tree. Karen! Good to see you. How are you doing? It has definitely been a while. Long time no see. How are you? How's your husband doing? Hope all is well. You had a nice foundation stream going, Jessica. It was fun. Alright, that tree is now removed. This should give us 6 fields for starters. And with that we can go get some barley going and some sunflowers. Now, in order to check something, let me click this. Can we do those together? Sunflowers, no, they need 100% of that one. We can go together with only buckwheat, and we're not needing that, so that's not going to happen. So we'll do 3 fields with just sunflowers in a fallow field, and we'll do a lot of barley. Cool. Living the dream and craziness. Hobby is good. Alright, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Been a long time, though. But living the dream, that almost sounds like you were on a monthly cruise or something. Thanks, Gav. Yeah, that's absolutely true. This Friday there will be no live stream, unfortunately. But hey, these things happen. Real life stuff gets in the way. But to make up for that, the premiere of my next video in the Ostriv Guide series. The first one, Ostriv Getting Started, helps you through the first stages of the game, and the second part will tell you all about what you need to do after the first year. So getting how to get immigrants, securing your first foods and stuff, making sure that you get clothing and stuff going. No trip. Well, you know, just happy to hear that you had a good time. Is your you had something with your foot or with your leg, didn't you? Is that all healed up now? Is everything good now? I need to work on building the army mechanics in Foundation. That's fun, but also a bit complex. I'm still trying to fully get the hang of that myself. Your Ostriv is looking wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to have some fun here. Hopefully it works. Ah, another row house. Do we have everything we need? Do we still have all the window glass? Big question. Ooh, we still have 60? Yeah, we need 40. Okay, good. Do we have the stones? I think we're out of stones again. Ah, shoot. Then we don't have the stones that we need. No trader. Alright. Alright. We'll fix that later. How many shoes do I have right now? 1,300. Okay, so we can sell a few. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I know, but you've also been struggling with it for quite a while. And it took longer than expected, I believe, before you're actually really up and running again. So I hope all is good now. But yeah, it's been a while, so good to see you again and to hear from you. And of course, give our best to your hubby from all of us. Playing Ostriv and Alien Dawn. Nice. Trying not to watch the news. Ah, well. That's a smart move. I also watch not a lot of news. The only news is bad news, so if you want to protect yourself from all the bad stuff in the world, just don't watch the news. Most stuff are things that you can't do anything about anyway. So let others deal with it. Let's see. Ooh, we can slaughter another bull. Might be time for us to go to our tanner here. Because we can see that all the tanning is already going on. And there might still be... let me check. Is that out here? Or do we have a warehouse for that? Apparently we don't have a warehouse for that. Shoemakers? slaughterhouses? Where are my slaughterhouses? Here's a slaughterhouse. See, we have a lot of cow hides and they can spoil. So what we want to do is up the number of badges, not the number of badges, but up the amount in a badge. So now they can put 500 hides in one badge and we can make more leather at the same time. So that's the good thing. That's what we're aiming for. Let's sell a bit more clothing. That's all that we're gonna sell. Let's buy more stones so we can finish the row house. That'll be good too. All good. I can still outrun my hobby. Nice, nice, nice. So are they still updating Stranded Alien Dawn, or is that kind of done and not much more happening? I've played that a while ago. It is fun, but I don't know. It felt to me like something was missing. And I'm really looking forward to Alpha 6 for Ostriv. What do all of you really want in Alpha 6 in Ostriv, people? What's something that you're like, oh wow, I really need to have that into the new game? Just got our power on. Wicked ice storm took down a lot of trees. 5 on our beach. Wow. Okay, and is it like the real power is back on, or is it like some sort of emergency power? That sounds really bad. And I guess then good that both of you did not get injured. And judging by the fact that you can still outrun your hobby, that's probably the case. Alright, we're now getting into the new chicken coos. Which is good, because these are completely filled up with both chickens and hatchlings. So we can transfer them. We can basically half this one and half that one, put them in the new chicken coos, and then start growing again. So. Fun fact about shoes. Which shoes Cinderella left on the stairs? Left or right? I believe left, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a Cinderella-gestic or whatever you call that. I don't know. Not that much into the whole princess stuff. That she missed when she arrived home. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Alright. Well, we can already set these up now, of course. We just can't activate them. Alright, we need barley, and a fallow field. Then here we do a fallow field, and barley, and barley. And then here we do barley, fallow, barley. So we always get 2 harvests of barley, and only 1 field will remain fallow, which is good. And here we just do sunflowers and a fallow field. We'll do sunflowers and a fallow field. And here we do a fallow field and then sunflowers. So we always get at least 1 batch of sunflowers. And that should be good. Now we just need that new farm and everything should be fine. Alright. Now, as you know, we have to set up this whole farm and get everything settled. But what you can easily do if this one is set up the way you want it, just go to this one and apply all the hiring options and apply all the resources that you have already set up to all. And now this will have the same settings. The ladies will come in and all of this is copied from the other one. So we are all good now. I like that. I also want to give these some wheat to eat so that we use the wheat as well. I do apply to all again, and now you will see that the wheat is also applied to this one, and this will now start to get some wheat as well. So that's easy ways that you can quickly manage all of your building. So that's something that I really like about this game, that you have those options. Wrong, neither. Conception of left or right shoe was introduced in the early 19th century. Oh, really? Wow, nice. We were only with a generator, good for fridge and TV, but no hot water gas stove for cooking and the barbecue, just like camping. Oh, wow. Went out last Saturday, and it's now Wednesday. That was out long. But I guess you are prepared then for those kind of outages, or how does that work? Because like out here in the Netherlands, we have a very robust system. It needs a lot of expansion at the moment because there's just way much use of the electric power net. But the average outage in the Netherlands per year is 23 minutes. So we are all not used to going without power for days and days. That's just something that really doesn't happen here a lot. So I don't know. Is it like more common there, and are you more prepared for that kind of stuff, or how does that work? Another ice storm today. Hopefully we don't lose power again. Cross your fingers. We will do that. Poor hydro employees have been relentless. Respect for those workers. Yeah, wow. Well, just stay safe, Karen. And hopefully all will be well. But wow. You have to with the trees around here. I live in a remoter area. Ah, yeah. Then you really have to. Well, I think it's good that you are prepared then, and please stay that way and stay safe. Wow, I'm considered to be very lucky that my power does not often go out, and when it does, it's usually back on within 2 hours. Steel never lives only an hour away from me, and he regularly loses power, and it's out for days. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess those things can be really different around the world. I believe our last power outage, really, that the whole, like, block or whatever was without power, was, I believe, last year, and it went out for 2 minutes because something went wrong, and then all the power got back on, and it was done. And the thing before that has to be years before that the power actually went out. So it's interesting. It's really rare here. But I guess it's a combination with the bad weather then, Karen. So hopefully that doesn't happen too often anymore. But please take care. We want you to be around for a long time. Now we have this one stocked up on some food. There's more inbound. So what we are going to do next is make sure that we can spread these chickens out. So there's 30 hatchlings and 30 chickens in one coop. And we're just going to move half of it to this one. We can now see that they are awaiting those. There they go, inside a bit of a crate. And now we can see them in here. And for those that wonder, yes, if you count the chickens and the hatchlings, the smaller chickens, the numbers will actually add up. So yeah. Here we have all the chickens. It looks like they are all on steroids. But if we run normal speed, you can see they move a little bit less fast. This is actually the normal speed. We are playing on a higher speed, of course. So yeah, we don't give them steroids. Just the higher speed of the game. Ooh, let's sell some salt again. Deal. There we go. And do we need anything else? Well, we need more warm clothing. A lot more warm clothing. This one also has some food now. Not too much, but some. So we can now also take 15 out of this one. And transfer them to the other chicken coop. Then they can start to reproduce and grow. And then we'll soon have double the amount of eggs and chicken meat. Thus growing our food supply. Very nice. Here in Sweden, if you have a power outage for more than 6 hours, you will receive compensation from the electricity supplier, equivalent to what you usually buy electricity for. Wow! I do believe at some point you should be compensated in here too, but I believe it needs to be quite long before you actually get some. In case of power shortage, you need to have power generator on squirrel drive or hamster drive. Oh, wow. Yeah, people in the Netherlands do complain every now and then about paying taxes and stuff, but what we get back from it is usually quite good. So I don't really mind because we get some very good stuff from it. Right, let's destroy this because we don't need it. And I want to build another orchard here. There we go. Oh, too long. And that's not nice. Oh, well, you know what? We can make this one slightly shorter so we have a shortcut here. That could work. Yep, that could work. And there we are, another orchard. So we should also be able to finish this house because we imported some stone. Yes, we should have the bricks. Yes, we have 15,000 bricks, so that should be good. Same in the UK, more than 4 hours. They give you money every 4 hours to get takeaway from the family. Nice. Hey, Lateback Gaming, good to see you. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. And I'm going to do this already. I know in 2 days it is your birthday, so already many congratulations, because in 2 days I won't be streaming. Normally I would, but now I won't. So congratulations already. I don't know if I see you before that or on that day, so many congratulations. Hope you have a great day. Hey, Scott, nice to see you. How are you doing today? Hope you're good. Which is fine if you can't afford a takeaway every 4 hours. Wow. Of course we remember your birthday. That's what we have the birthday calendar for. You put your name on there, and then we remember it. Still breathing. Very good, Scott. Keep doing that. We want to keep you around for a long time, so please keep breathing. I hope other than that everything's fine as well. And I see 20 people watching here. Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate you spending your precious time here with me. I also see 17 likes. Thanks so much for pressing that like button. I really hope you do enjoy the stream. I know I enjoy this a lot and I have a great time. So yeah, thanks so much for all the love and support. I'll now stop being nice again because I know some people don't like it. It's time for some more decorations. Let's get going with some deco. These people need a place to sit and watch the water and the fishermen on the water and stuff. Now let's zoom in a little. I think a nice ash tree would do well here. Maybe a few bushes around. And of course we need a little birdhouse to keep the birds happy. There we go. Well, at least a little bit of decoration. Trees need to grow, of course, which is one of the fun parts of the game, but it just takes a bit of time, so... So, dogs have eaten another Scot on South Pole. Oh, wow. In Ireland, if you get a power cut, they send you a keg of Guinness. Oh, wow. Interesting. What if you're not a beer drinker like me? Alright, let's attach these fields to... Come on, let's attach these fields to this farm. Then we will activate them. And then the next sowing season, these fields can all be sown in. But for now, we need to make sure that this one has a manager. Now, I'm going to do the same as with the chicken coos. This is all set up the way I want it. So let's do apply to all. There we go. Now this will have a manager soon too, and all the others. As we can see, it's all set up. And then here we go. Activate the fields so that we can get the barley. We also have the hops set up. So we can soon produce beer and see if we can get Roadhog drunk. Let's see. Pottery. It is now summer. Oh, it's in the food one actually, the brewery. Produces beer from barley and hops. Well, there we go. It also needs water, but that should not be too hard to get. There we are. I thought you just said ashtray right here. That remembers me. Of the days when there were ashtrays everywhere. Yeah, I remember those days. Both my parents used to smoke. So yeah, plenty of ashtrays around and stuff like that. Alright, let's make room for 5,000 hops in here. And for the barley. Then I think we also need storage on the other side to store the beer. Or we store the beer more central in town. That might actually be a good option. So let's store the beer in town so that we can... Oh wait, no, stop. We have one out here. Yeah, we have one out here. So we already stored the beer there. Another thing we might want to get is the single cart parking. Out here. So that these can take a cart... or two. We'll link those to this building, and then the brewery guys can take the carts for getting the hops and stuff. Alright, let's put a lady in there already. We have plenty anyways. Yes, we are doing quite good. I think we're out of booze again, though. So that's not the good news. Yeah, we're completely out of booze. And it's winter time, so we can't import it from Peniotine or Barvin Cove. So yeah, we'll have to get it from somewhere else. But we can do that, so no problems. Ashtrays, yeah. I was actually thinking, talking last week to my mother about stuff like that in the early days. And that when I was like 14, I always had to go to the shop where you could buy all the cigarettes and stuff, so I could buy my parents their cigarettes and such. And then at some point the law changed and you had to be like 16 or something to actually be able to buy that, and I was still able to buy that because the guy knew that I wasn't smoking and it was for my parents, so he would still sell it to me, which was interesting. All power goes through UK power networks. It's up to them. Whoever you pay for your electric is just a reseller. Ah, yeah, that's I guess that's kind of how it works in the Netherlands too. You have the power grid companies. There's 3 or 4 around the country, and they all have their own zone and area that they have to take care of. And then you can get an electrical contract with different energy suppliers, but it all goes through the cables from the main companies, and then you also pay a fee for that. So you get better service if you are vulnerable, old, have kids, disabilities. Oh wow. Let's think. We still are building a few houses in this area. We actually built quite a few houses here already. 594 people, almost there now. 2 days with plus 20 degrees and the bloody mosquitoes have exploded in numbers in just 2 days. I've had my window open all day, so it will be an itchy sleep night. Well, the dog that we take care of is actually going crazy over mosquitoes and bees and stuff, so every time one comes close to him, he starts to bite them and attack them and stuff. So, you know, maybe you should train your cats to fight off the mosquitoes for you, and then you can have a good night while they watch over you and drive the mosquitoes away. Finally, we got a messenger in from the Kachi, and we can make some extra money again. From the charcoal. I like that. How are we doing on the iron, though? Still 1,000, so that's okay. It's a good time of year to finally be able to have the windows open, though, right? It's very true, very true. And at this point, in all the windows in our house, we have mosquito nets in front of it, so I can open all the windows without having the mosquitoes fly in, which is great. And wifey is really paranoid about mosquitoes in the terms that as soon as she sees one, it has to die. So, and she's the one that always gets stung, and I don't, so I'm pretty safe, because if a mosquito shows itself in the bedroom or something, wifey will just jump out of bed and start killing the mosquito, and I just have a good night's sleep, so all fine with me. And if you're interested in nice city building games, you should totally consider this game. Not even just for the gameplay, but also for the amazing music in this game. So nice, so relaxing. It is actually really great. So if you're looking for a nice city builder, you should totally give this a try. You can see how easy it is to decorate your town a bit with just a few bushes and some trees and a bench, and there they're all sitting, chillaxing. It's so nice. You trained her well. Well, I would love to take credit for it, but I can't because I did not train her that way. I guess the mosquitoes did. Well, I'm happy with it because, hey, what's better than to lay next to a mosquito magnet? I can sleep in peace. Man goes into butcher's and asks for a kilo of wasp. The butcher replies, we don't sell wasps. The man says, you have two in the window. Oh boy. Spike kills all the flyers now. They all go bite my missus otherwise. Ah, good. Good, well-trained Spike. Good job, Spike. Meow. Alright, we finally get some decorations done. I like it. Still don't think we have the stones again for a row house though. We have 800 stones and this row house requires 1,000. So yeah, let's move the row houses away. And the brewery also requires stone. 2,400 stone? Not even close to having that amount of stone. Oh shoot. Alright, let's set up the hop yard. We know that from March on they can start to sow it and then 4 months later they can harvest it. So let's make, I think, March and April the on seasons, and then August, September and October, or probably these two, for the harvest. So on season they'll have all the ladies they can get, and off season none. So this should do the trick. Now as soon as the calendar hit March, this will start to hire a few ladies. They can start to sow the hop yard in, and then after that's done they'll leave again. And then when the harvest should start, they will all be coming in again. March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, so they should start in August. Perfect. We can also see that the number of hatchlings is up to 25 again from 15. The livestock is still the same because that's not going that fast. We can see... Oh, the livestock is actually going up on those. Oh, we need more hatchlings. Little mistake there. But the livestock amount's good, so we're getting more and more chickens. Should feed the village. This area I live in, the mosquitoes is such a big problem. People cannot be outside, but for years they have sprayed the bogs around, so we have almost 0 mosquitoes. But this year they must have missed the spray. They have no planes or choppers. Oh wow. Or maybe they're just... Could it be that they're just out early because of the exceptionally warm weather? And that they still have to do all the spraying? I don't know. Could be. Wow, what did you say there, Volodymyr? Because I don't have a way to translate that right now. Hops harvest you need only July and August, so only need workers in July and August. Oh yeah, but I just start in August and September, so basically it's just a month later. Because I don't know if I can hire enough to have them sow it all in March quick enough, so we'll see. But yeah, thanks. Shame there isn't a map builder where you can place your own resources. Yeah, well, I've seen people on the official Ostriv Discord actually play around with the map builder, or with the map, because apparently it should be relatively easy to make a map like this. And I've seen people changing maps where they can make these little moats and fill them with water, so it looks like a bit like canals and stuff, which would be awesome. And I've also seen people like make a completely flat map and stuff like that. So apparently it is possible to change the map, but a map builder or generator or whatever would be awesome. I would totally love it. Or have some terraforming tools for the matter. I don't think any of that is yet on the roadmap, but I'm not 100% sure. But I would totally love something like that, to have more control over the map, or at least make it possible to do changes there. I see that more maps with different landscape types is on the roadmap. So that could be interesting. And modding support, level editor and building editor is also on the roadmap. So hopefully they put that in at some point. That would be really great. But yeah, we have to wait and see when it comes, and if it comes, and how it comes. And of course, I have no clue about modding and stuff. I'm not good at that kind of thing. But if there's people out there that are actually really good with that, I would love to give them some ideas at some point, so that we can work together and get some cool maps to show on stream and stuff. But, well, for now it's not in there, so we can't do that. I still have those spider lines affecting my towns. Ah, oh, they should be away now with the new update. So you should now have the option, or you should now basically, like if I start to place a village house in an area that is unreachable, it should now say that. So, as you can see right now, it says place is occupied. But if we do this, let me just show you. Let's just quickly do this. So this is now completely closed off. If I put a house in here now, you can see it says inaccessible. So you can't get there. And that should be a way to tell you that they can't access the building. And therefore the white lines basically should not happen. But what does happen every now and then is, especially on the higher speeds, let me jump to one of my buildings. See, we have a white line here too now. Somebody built this house. I'm going to pause so I can clearly explain to everybody. When they built this house, people were standing on top of it and in it. And it could well be that at the moment this house spawned, combined with the game's speed, that the person that was done with the building was trying to find a way to get to the next building site, but all of a sudden a wall of the house appeared and that said that the movement was blocked. That is when you get the white lines, because they are for the developer to show places that are inaccessible and fix those kind of things. So these things can happen basically by accident because of the order in which stuff happens. Basically the house should have spawned completely, then the worker should have tried to find a route and just walk outside and find a route. But sometimes these things can go a little bit wrong and you still get the white line even though there's still a route available. The white line should go away as soon as you save and reload the save. So if we would save up right now, I will actually try that. There's a lot of names here, by the way. Just ignore all of those. Let's just save up. And then if I load this save, the white line should go away. If they immediately come back, then we have a problem. Then there is a persistent issue. But as you can see right now, white line's gone. Nothing happens anymore. They now don't have a pathing issue anymore. It's just to show that there's a pathing issue. The higher your speed, the less likely it is that game mechanics are not really in sync and you get more white lines, because sometimes villagers think there is no way because, for instance, they finished the building and they can't get to the next one. So that's basically what I can tell you about that. If it keeps coming back, so if you have a white line, you reload and it keeps coming back all the time, then there is a real issue that they can't reach a certain area and you might have to move a building or something. When I was young, in midsummer, my friend had a little too much to drink and he fell asleep around 1 p.m. 10 p.m. ambulance come and pick him up and took him to the hospital. He was poisoned. He needed adrenaline. Wow, that's not good. Thank you very much for subscribing, Aki. That is very much appreciated. Really hope you enjoy the stream. Thanks a lot. That is amazing. Welcome to the club. Hope you have a great time here. Have you seen the Spiffing Brit? Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. He's good at what he does. Really good. I hope this this answered your thing about the spider lines a little bit, Karen. Not that I can't help them and I can't remove them for you, but usually it's just a pathing issue that should be temporary. And as soon as you reload, it should go away. Alright, we have plenty of food in all of this, so that's good. They're now building the brewery. But yeah, we need a ton more stones for that. Oh, here we have at least 800 stones. That's good. Totally forgot to... Oops. To actually start selling those. We do have a few garden houses, but I don't see a lot of honey. Yeah, we don't have a lot of honey, so that's not gonna work. There's a little bit of honey here, but that's it. Hey, Catherine! Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you are good, enjoying the weather and having a great day. How's my favorite posse doing today? Ah, that's so sweet. That's so cool. I'm fine. I hope everybody else is too, but I've heard from most that they are, so that's really nice. Well, there's plenty of streamers out there in the world doing different kind of things, different kind of games, different kind of way of approaching games and stuff, so something for everybody. Sainsbury's red tea. Standard stuff ain't bad. I switch up teas. I get used to the taste if I use the same every week. Ah, yeah. So you just change flavor every now and then, so you get used to all the... You don't get too used to it. That's a good one. Oh, we did Skyrim. Cool. Oh, good here. Been enjoying the sunshine and got a model horse business collab going as well today. Nice. A business thing. How does that work? What do you have to do? Mom and Mishmash. Oh, good. Oh, I thought it was Mishka, but fine. So when are the spuds ready for dinner, Catherine? Or are you having something else to eat this week? Ooh, I totally forgot about the orchard that we built. Let's get some ladies in here to do the planting. Here we go. Another messenger from Derkachi. Yeah, but now we can't make a ton of money there because we don't have that much stuff going on. But okay, it's a bit. We're still busy with it. And I totally need to buy booze. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, not really any place to buy booze. Spots are in fact in the oven. Gah, nice, 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 nice. I probably don't have the most recent version. Ah, well, yesterday or the day before another update came out. We are now on Alpha 5, patch 9, version 25 or hotfix 25. But yeah, like a few weeks ago there was a major overhaul to the whole pathing system and stuff like that and how that works. So if you don't have the recent update, it might be worth updating to it because that should solve a lot of your issues. I get about 20 lines, mostly to the lumber camp. Yeah, there has been an issue with lumber camps and white lines. I remember that. But that should be fixed in one of the updates. So it could be all fixed if you update the game again. Essentially, I've been given the opportunity to purchase some artist resins at a discount and get some free models from a 3D print artist in return for giving her use of the photos of my finished artwork for use on her business and website. Cool. That's nice. That's a nice nice collab then. Nice. Very good. So you can both benefit from it. Very nice. That sounds really cool. Alright, we don't have all the stones, I think. That's one of the things I don't like so much about the game, especially these maps, that you get such little stones. It gets quite hard to actually really develop your town quickly. But hey, we should not complain. Our settlement is only 14 years old. And we already have almost 600 people, so... I'd say this is a booming town. In Ukraine, words for beer and drink became distinct only in the 20th century. Oh, really? Wow. How did that work before then? Right, the foundations are almost laid, but as you can see, they still need to work on the stone foundation here. So we probably better move this over for a bit, get some other stuff done, and then as soon as we have the stones, we can continue with this. Because right now it's a bit of a waste. It's March, the sowing is started, and we can see these are also really busy sowing. I think they might actually soon already be completely done. Then you get March, so you get April, May, June, July. Yeah, then they can start the harvest in July already. So what we can probably do is remove April from this and tell them to go July and August. Let's apply that to all. And see if they can get it completely done. They still need to do a little bit of sowing, I think. Are these all gone? Yeah, they're all taking a rest. Okay. These should also, but they still have half a month to go. So perfect, it's good. I'm also doing a trade with the same woman. She's giving me some prehistoric horse models in exchange for a commission. Ooh, nice cat. Sounds like the business is now flying off. Great, great. And I can imagine these kind of cool deals and stuff and getting collabs and working is also like giving a lot of energy and stuff and really motivational for keeping going and doing more work and stuff. It still is. Oh, wow. Well, I do believe you drink something else every now and then besides beer too, Roadhog. Definitely, I'm thrilled having my work credited on our website and page will hopefully bring me more customs as well. So very excited for it. Well, congratulations, Cat. You deserve it. You have an amazing talent, so keep it up, keep working, and opportunities like this will come more and more. Ash trees. Well, I think we need a few more ash trees out here. This street is not yet done. Let's build another row here too. And of course, if you want to see more of Ostriv, feel free to, of course, watch all the series that I have on my channel. I actually do have quite a few series on Ostriv on my channel. One of the latest one is where we are trying to build a somewhat historic town. Now, of course, that's open for debate, and there's a lot of debating about it. But I totally love it, and I have so much fun making that town, so, yeah. Feel free to watch that. It's actually a pretty cool town. And since this is the Ostriv week, there will only be Ostriv uploads this week for that little town. So you have plenty of videos to watch. And this Friday, because I am not streaming this Friday, because I have an important meeting and wifey can't make the stream, there will be the premiere of the next part 2 of the Beginner's Guide series, where we will be talking about year 2 to 5, all the steps that you need to take to get immigrants in, to make sure that you meet the needs of clothing for your town and stuff like that. So hopefully that's a helpful guide for people. Of course, if you watch that on Friday, then please leave some feedback on it so I can get even better at those kind of things. Right, here we go. Let's make the ash trees go all around. I think that's nice. The model I'm painting for her as part of the deal is going to be her business mascot, so a bit of pressure to get it right. Oh, you can do it, Cat. You can do it. Where we would all be struggling, you just have fun and you can totally do it. When I say coffee, I mean beer. It only comes to so rotten out of my throat. Very good, Rodo. Very good. Oh, wow. Ooh, nice. Looking forward to that on the Discord. So, do you still have time to make some videos for your channel then, Cat? Or will you be way too occupied with all your cool commission work then? We just got home and brought me a present. Get to wash my Ram's glasses. Ah, wow. What did he get you? What did he get you? So nice of him. Hi, husband. Oh, bye, Amanda Amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thanks for joining the Discord. And we'd love to see you soon again. Have a good one. Oh, sorry, I was away for a bit because hubby called on his phone. I'm using to view the stream. No worries, Laura. No worries. Real life stuff always comes first. So no problem. Hope all is good with your husband. And with the kids and with you. Oh yeah, no plans to pause channel work. I always have time to work on videos while my commission pieces are drying. Ah, good, good, good. We don't want to miss your amazing artwork, so... Alright, this is all growing now in the hop yard, so that's going well. You can actually see, that's how detailed this game is. You can actually see little hop plants here, at least I can. But there's little hop plants here, and they will actually start to grow. So if we come back in 2 months, you will see that they've actually grown quite a bit. There's even differences, so right here the hop plants are smaller than the ones out here because they slowly already start to grow. You have the same on the fields, of course. So now that the fields are sown in, you don't really see anything on the fields, but then as soon as time starts to flow, you will actually start to see the crops on the fields, which is so amazing. I'm going to follow Amanda out the door. You all have a great rest of the day and night. Thank you very much, Steel. Thanks for popping in. Have a good one. Love to see you again. And enjoy all the streaming with Jessica. That's a lot of fun. I'm going to rewatch the Medieval Dynasty stream, so that should be fun. And if you're interested in Sapiens, Sunday is the big Sapiens multiplayer stream. We still have room for a few people to join in if you want to, so just let us know if you want to and you can get in. He appears to be catching a cold, so he's going to physical therapy, then coming home instead of going to class afterwards. Ah, okay. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. No man flu or something. So, wish him well. Hope he recovers soon from it. Ah, me too, Gamer Mama. Me too. It is so much fun, the Sapien stream. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Cat. Thank you. Look at this, look at this. This is the town from above. We followed the river. Here we have all the farms and stuff. Some cow shit, some orchards. Still a bit too organized to my feel, but that's why we're building the historic town, to get away from all the completely organized towns. But I think this already looks kind of nice. I mean, imagine coming in by boat, and you just start here, and then you just follow with your boat and you sail through a little historic village like this. Look at this. This is so cool. I wish I could visit a town like this at some point. Wait! Yeah. I keep saying that. Look at this. Such a nice town. Look at how far you can zoom in. It's so cool. There we are. This is if you follow the river. If you follow the river, it looks like a huge town, but only 600 people. Yeah, wish your husband well, Laura. Hopefully he doesn't get too much of the flu. Ooh, we're out of nails again. Can't find nails anywhere. I think we really need to invest into another smithy. We do have some room here, though. There's charcoal out here. Here's the first smithy. We don't really have room there. Can also just go out here, of course, because this is where the lineworks is. Although the lineworks at some point should go anyway. Where to put the smithy? So tough to decide where to go. Smithy, of course, needs charcoal. Charcoal is pollution, so we don't want it too near to houses. So this would actually be a very nice spot to get it. We're actually just going to put it down right here. Let's get the smithy. There we are. There's charcoal out there, so that should not be too much of a problem. I believe we have the men to work there too, yes. We even have 9 houses available. We simply don't have any booze at the moment. That's all that we have as a problem. So what if we send out a messenger to Peniotine? That's pretty cheap. Let's make sure that we get some booze in, because otherwise we can't grow the town anymore. And it will be nice if we get our own beer production going, but first we need another 700 stone? Yeah, we don't have any other stones. So yeah, we need another 700 stone. So I must head out. Hope to pop in again. Best wishes all. Thanks so much for being here, Karen. And say hi to your husband. Wish him all the best from us. And we'd love to see you soon again. Thanks so much for popping in. He doesn't get sick often, but was recently working on an event called WonderCon. So probably picked it up there on a weekend. Yeah. Sometimes things can be easily picked up. WonderCon. Sounds a bit like Comic-Con, Kev. Good question. Alright, messenger arrived at Peniotine. Let's buy some mead. Let's start with 2,000 so that we get a good amount. We can also sell some apples. That would be nice. Ooh, we can sell them beer, but we're not going to do that, of course. I want to keep the beer. I might also want to buy some window glass for some more row houses. There we go. That's it. Karchi has the food you need. What food do I need then, Cooper? We have plenty of food. I just need booze. And we can get it from Peniotine, the meat. That's good. And then hopefully soon we can start the beer. I need the stones. But for that we need Balaklia. And I don't think they have 800 already. And I don't want to send out a messenger there. So we'll see. When they build house, you can even tell from which region of Ukraine this house historically originated. Oh, really? How do you see that? Green or chamomile tea. Ah, tea with echinacea. Yeah, well, in the end, your body has to do all the work. Has to heal you up. Alright, let's get the smithy done quickly. I believe you need food. Miss here you booze you get from Barvin Cove. Yeah, we can get some booze from Barvin Cove too, but this is costing me 65 and Peniotine only cost me 20. And we should be getting meat from there, although the ship's not really sailing apparently. I hope it is, but we'll have to see. It's May though, so yeah, see, there comes the booze. Yep, there's the meat already. Nice. So then we have the messenger from Barvin Cove visiting. That saves me money, and we can get Horilka from there. Let's buy another 2,000. Oh no, that's way more expensive than the mead. Let's buy 1,000 Horilka then, and then we're done for a while. And buy some iron though. Let's do that. How many potatoes do we have? 6,000. Okay, we still overproduce. So we could sell a few potatoes and make a tiny bit of money out of that again. I think I'm going to put these back on the table to just make that tiny bit of extra money that can help the town out. That's probably good. Alright, so let's go back to the trader and then sell 1,000 potatoes. There we go. My hobby also works the Comic-Con in San Diego. WonderCon is in Anaheim. Wow, very cool, very cool. That's amazing. And like, what does he do there then? If you want to tell, of course. If you don't want to tell, that's fine. But what does he do there then? I believe Comic-Con is the one that, like, everybody knows. It's really, really, really huge. And the WonderCon is pretty much almost the same, but just a little bit smaller, maybe? Where's the heart relative to the entrance, form of the oven, and style of the roof? Oh, wow. You're cheap. It's only 4 drinks ahead in total. Wouldn't last there for an hour. Yeah, probably true, but we have a lot of kids in town too. I mean, more than a third of the population is kids, Road Dog. We're not going to serve them beer. And I guess all the Orilkas for you, and the rest of the town can drink all the meat, and then it should be fine for a few hours. Yeah, no stones, so should probably send out a messenger to Balaklia and get some stones. These are 1-year-old now, so that is nice. We actually, look at this. Now if we zoom in on the hop plants, you can now really see that they grow along the sticks and that they get really big, which I think is really cool. I like that. Out here they're also growing very nicely. You can also now see all the different crops growing on the fields. It's one of the really cool things about this game. Let's check these for some animals to slaughter so that we get more leather for more shoes. All the bulls will not produce anything for your town, so it's always wise to get rid of the excess amount of bulls. You just need one to do the breeding in town, one 1-year-old bull, so let's get rid of the rest. That's better. Now let's check. Is this still working? Batch of 500, it's already tanning. It just needs a few more heights, some bark and some water, and then the next batch can tan. We have 1950 shoes and we have 330 leather. Nice. No worries, it's not his job, it's volunteer work. Floor manager, security stuff that needs doing. regular job right now, but history teacher internship part-time high school. Oh, history teacher. Cool, I'm a history teacher. That's nice. At least I was a history teacher. I'm not teaching anymore, but I taught history for a long time. 730 stones. Oh, would that be enough to actually get the stones that we need for this? 730. Yes. All right. So soon we can start to work on the brewery again. Very nice. About the big update for Ostriv, what do you think about made mead and be able to set up bee coops? Ooh, interesting. Well, I think one of the things that have to be in the game is being able to produce all the different products that are basically in the game in some way. Now, of course, we can produce horilka and we can produce beer. So yeah, I think that should totally be in. Because in the distillery we can produce horilka. So yeah, I think there should be a way to produce mead. What about bee coop? Well, basically that's the honey stuff. I don't know if one of my first priorities would be to actually get that in. Because there's just other stuff I would love to have in the game more than that. Like, I want more decorations. I would like to have some more educational buildings. Maybe another health building. I don't know. I think they can still do something else with government. So those are also options. I would like a tool to paint roads. That would be awesome to me. And I would like a revamp of the maps where resources will be redone. Because I think when I started playing the game years ago, there weren't many stone buildings, so stone was rarely used, and you could get quite far with the amount of stone that you had on the map. And right now, with all the stone buildings that are added, not only the row houses, but also like the glassworks and the brewery and stuff, where you also need stones, I think work should be put into that to rebalance that a bit, so that you get a little bit of extra stone when you start and stuff like that. I would like to see those things in a bit more than I would like to get an option to grow honey myself some way. Of course, you're not growing honey, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm not so sure what I would love first, but yeah, it's interesting. But very nice that he does that as a volunteer, Laura. That's very cool. Lots of nice jobs. That's history teacher internship. That's very cool. History is really interesting. Alright, let's buy another 91 stones. We have to wait for the stone. No, the stones are already there. Come on, Mr. Brewer, get me the stone so that we can finish this. 156 nails. And we are completely out of nails again. But we have the extra smithy now. We're not going to make metal parts here for now. Just nails. So let's go to the other smithy. And do apply to all. So that they can bake a ton of nails in there. And help the town forward. Not enough iron. Well, that should be fixed soon. See, there it comes. Cool. So what would you really like to see then, Cooper, in the big update? Most probably there will be added options to brew mead into the brewery like it was historically done. Yeah, probably also the easiest way to get it included into the game. Oops, did I get censored? I was joking because he's man that can't get pregnant. Sorry, I used the K-I word instead of alive. Oh, wow. I don't know if you got censored. I did not see any message pop up. Normally, if you say something that is debatable, whether it should be allowed or not, I and all the moderators get a message up about a message that is withheld, and then we can approve it or disapprove it. If it's approved by me or one of the mods, then everybody sees it. If it's disapproved, it removes. I did not see a message pop up or anything, so I don't know. We still have some vacancies, but we have a working tavern again. So we should be able to get more people into town. 12 houses available. We do have the space for some people. New family settling in town. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to read. There's another family coming in. Do you have the house with the store here, right? Yeah, okay. That's good. So we sell what they need. Very good. No one sends you. Okay, good to know. Well, I personally hope for bakery and made bread. You already have flour and egg production. Yeah, but I've been thinking about it. I also really want a bakery because I think that adds a lot of flavor to the town. But, and maybe Volodymyr can tell us that. Like, was baking or a bakery historically a thing in Ostriv in 1735? Or would people all do that at home and bake their own stuff at home, like the game presumes now, because they just buy flours and eggs and stuff, and they don't really, you don't have to make bread and sell that. Because I think if it's not historically a thing, bakeries in Ukraine, then I think it won't be in the game. So that's kind of the thing. Like, if bakeries are not really that historic for Ostriv, then they won't put it in, because history and historic accuracy is a big thing for the developer. The mods are so laid back, we make hippies jealous. Wait! Yep. Let's go. Alright. Yes, they're now really building the brewery. Then we can get into the beer production. It is now also July, but it's still growing, because you have to take the last moment that the last plant was planted. From then on, 4 months start to count. So somewhere during this period, we will see this going from growth to harvest. And then they can bring all the resources in. So let's keep our eyes on it. Or also give education a bigger role in the game. Yes, I totally agree with that, Cooper. I would love to see that too. I would love to see that too. That it actually matters that you get schools and stuff, and you really have to do something with it. Ooh, somebody had a broken hand. We also had another new family coming in. We had 12 houses available. Now it is down to 9, but we have 612 people. But the thing is, Cooper, we have a lot of... I myself have a lot of ideas, but I have no clue if it fits in the historical time frame of the game. So for me, for instance, it would be a lot of fun if we could get like a city service building where you put in a few men or ladies, whatever, and then you can place some street lights along the streets, and then at nighttime, which is not really a thing in the game, but hey, they will go and light all the city lights so that you have some lighting in the city. But I have no clue if that was actually a thing in Ukrainian towns back then, or that they did not have any lighting at all or whatever, or that every house had their own torch or whatever. So, you know, those are little things that I think can be cool ideas to add buildings like that. But I have no clue whether that's accurate and if that therefore will ever be into the game. Alright, we can now see the harvest. We can see that they do that quickly as well. And we now get in a lot of hops. You can see half the field's done, and we are up to 600, maybe even 700, so... Oh good, it was in response to Volodymyr, because he said for my hubby, chamomile tea is okay, except if he's pregnant or another condition. I was like, well, if he is, I never... unalive. Well, you know... I guess a good thing to know is we are very open and welcoming to everybody, and we show respect to everybody, so we appreciate it if others do that too. But we can all also sometimes try to make a joke, and it can be a bad joke or not well received or something like that. That can happen. But we don't cancel people, then we just say sorry for something, and that's it. So don't feel too anxious or like, oh, maybe I did something wrong. If you do something wrong, that's fine. Just say sorry for it, and we all move on, and no hard feelings. So that should not be a thing. But just to make clear, you did nothing wrong, so don't worry about it anyways. But that goes for others that might feel like, ooh, well, I don't want to do anything wrong because they might get pissed at me. We won't get pissed that easily. We can all have fun. We can all make jokes, and even if we make a bad joke, just say sorry and move on. All is good. Don't worry about it. We should not go crazy or cancel people or whatever just because somebody made a mistake or made a bad joke or whatever. In towns and cities, bread was sold from bakeries. In villages, bread was baked in homes. Sometimes there was outside oven for sweetbreads where wedding caravai were baked. Ah, okay. So maybe bakeries could be a thing that if you reach a certain amount of villagers, then you can unlock it so it stays historically accurate or something? Could be. Take it on the chin and move on. Yeah, well, you know, we can all make mistakes. I know I make a lot of mistakes. That's fine. Just say sorry and move on, or, you know, try to do better. That's all we ask. We don't expect you to be perfect. You don't make mistakes, you don't learn, so please do make a mistake every now and then. Still ain't gone yet. Well, you know, this is already a 2.5-hour stream almost, so I will be gone soon because I do need to sleep. As I already told you, I won't be here on Friday because I have an important meeting in the evening to attend to, and during the day we will be busy with getting everything ready, because next Monday is little one's birthday and we are celebrating that with the family on Saturday. So this Saturday, if you're streaming in my afternoon or something, I won't be there because we will be celebrating little one's birthday, and I have to do some prep work the coming days, so I won't be on the internet a lot. I hope to be there every now and then, of course, but not too much. So just a little heads up for that. And then, of course, on Sunday, I will be there for the Sapien stream, and we can have a ton of fun again. And hopefully celebrate his birthday, because he's there too then. So that will be fun. Welcome back, Kat. Nice to have you back. Also see that we have a ton of wheat. So I need to get an extra windmill going. Won't fit in here, but we can probably find a place to actually fit it. You know, this is a farm area, so we can build a windmill here. That's fine. Like the whole fact that you can skip these all around. The oldest continuously operating university was founded in 1661 in Lviv, in eastern Ukraine. Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. What I like about this shit. We can say and discuss everything except religion and politics. True, true. Very true. And that's all because of you people, because you're all so nice and respectful. So thanks so much for that. Really appreciate it. Google. Well, you had the brains to Google it, Cooper, so kudos to you. Kudos to you. Only 1 year, 0, 1 year. Yeah, so next year we should get some extra dried fruits, which will be helpful. And we should now get some barley in as well. Oh yeah, we're getting good amounts of barley in now too. And that's where this comes in, because now these can use carts to actually get the barley in. I also want them to use charcoal and not firewood. And therefore, we might have to set up some charcoal here, so that they have the charcoal close. So let's do that. Now, we probably don't have anybody to fill these up at the moment because everybody's working on the farms. But as soon as we do, that should be good. Did I already raise the price? Yes, apply to all. Now these should have a raised price on them too, so they have a higher chance of hiring somebody, see, to come in there and start bringing some goods. That's worth it. And then we'll just take this shot of the whole town. Look at this. We've grown from 500 to 633 people during the stream. We now have our own beer production. They're actually gathering the materials already to get started with the first beer, which hopefully tastes good. Of course, the first beer is for Roadhog. And I think this is a good moment to slowly put a little end to this stream. So I'm going to say thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for all the fun. Thanks for all the nice chats from electrical networks and money that you get when you have an outage, to university in Lviv and any other thing that we talked about. It is so nice that we can talk about all these different topics. That's really cool. I wish everybody that has a little bit of health stuff all the best. Take care. Get healthy soon again. I wish you all a great rest of the week. And of course a nice start of the weekend. I will be back on Sunday, not this Friday. And we'll be doing a lot of Sapiens fun with many people again. That will be very cool. So you all take care. And I'd love to see you all soon again. But for now, bye bye.